Today we are helping out Derby County, who are sitting in a real mess in real life in 23rd, second bottom by the time of recording of this video in the championship, at risk of going down to League One, and that's why we are stepping in today. Looking at this squad, it's a fairly old one. Most positions, like Fawcett, like Nelson, Niambe as well, Elder is 29, he's okay. Goodmin from what is that country? I think the Netherlands. He's good. He's 22 only, 70 overall. But most of the others are already really in the later stages of their career. The challenge of today's video is to bring in only African players, like Senegalese men. We can of course bring in from every country in Africa. But yeah, there are a lot of countries to choose from. That is the challenge of today. However, with only 4 million in the bank, I've also somehow forgot to convert this into euros. We have $4 million in the bank. That is not a lot of money to bring in players, so we need to probably ship out a few. I'm going to go with the gegenpressing style of play for the first season, for the first few seasons here with Derby County. There is also a little bit of a loan situation here. A lot of players on loan to us, also Harness, Yates, Armstrong, and Phillips, and we cannot bring any one of those in, as none of them are African, of course. We are up to about 10 million after selling Callum Alder, Josh Vickers, Connor Washington, and Curtis Nelson. So our first signing with Derby County is already a quite expensive one. A 20-year-old striker, already 73 rated, from Red Bull Salzburg in Austria. Coming in for around 8 million, it is Karim Konate joining us as our first signing, the striker. The only real problem that I'm seeing here with this side is the age again. Mendes Lying is 32. We have Jackson, who is actually a striker. He's now playing at right midfield, which I don't like. Harness is only a lone player, so he might as well go in for another right midfielder or even a left midfielder, because actually Mendes Lying is the right midfielder. Blackett Taylor is the left midfielder though. Yeah, I'm not so sure yet. I'm gonna call back both Ozo and Harness. I'm gonna send them back to their original club, Crystal Palace, and of course Ipswich Town. Still leaving us with around 6 million in our bank. I am delighted to announce that we have found a new CDM for present and future. He's already 71 rated, from Ghana. As well, only 21 years of age, it is Ibrahim Suleimana joining us as from a backup player at Atalanta to a starter at Derby County. We can even send Harrison Armstrong back to Everton. We don't need a 61 rated player. There have been a few further sales as well, especially Tom Barkhuizen, who goes to Watford for 890k. We've also loaned out Jajan Brown to Red Star. I think with limited funds we've done quite a good job to bring in both Suleimana and Konate, one from the Ivory Coast and one from Ghana, of course. Two African players, the first two starting us off with in season number 1. And I'm confident that we are at least good enough to avoid the drop in this first. The first season is over and we've actually done really well, finishing 7th place, which is just outside the playoffs, 1 position, 3 points. Ahead of the likes of Sheffield United and Sunderland. Leeds and Middlesbrough go up. Burnley, Norwich, Luton and Hull fight it out between themselves who goes up to the Premier League. The FA Cup goes to Arsenal in a North London derby over Spurs. We've been knocked out by Exeter in round 4. That's not brilliant. The Carabao goes to Arsenal over Chelsea. Here we've been knocked out to Peterborough in round 2. Another not so great showing. What is great though is the signing of Karim Konate, 16 goals, 13 for Goodmin with 10 assists. Our new signings, Suleimana and Konate, have really delivered. +3 for Suleimana, +3 or even 4 for Konate. That's what you like to see. Windel Zetterström, the goalkeeper, is up to a 75 as well. We've had quite a successful first season in the championship. 7th is of course much better than 23rd where they are in real life right now. So I hope we can continue on that same successful path in season 2. First signing of season 2 is going to be a new centre back, only 21, from a rival of the championship. Coming in from Watford, it is Kevin Cabin for 3.5 million, half a million under his market value. We have sold the likes of Joe Watt, Ben Osborne, Caden Jackson, and Matt Clark, the centre-back. He's our highest-rated one, but with the arrival of the Cameroonian Kevin Caban, we needed to make some space. Also meaning that we are up to 13 million in our budget. Next up, I found a player in midfield that I've never even heard about before. From Guinea, and it was too good an opportunity to turn it down as his contract was expiring. 22-year-old Elijah Moriba from Guinea, coming in from Leipzig for 8 million. We've actually decided to sign one more player, a winger of course, because we didn't have a lot of options there. Mendes Lang is retiring at the end of the season, so we've brought one in to replace him. He's only 19 years old by the name of Bazumana Touré, joining us from Hoffenheim for 5 million. To avoid any sort of conflict of interest in the starting 11, we've sold Kenzo Goodman to Everton for 12 million. I mean, he's only 23, 73 rated. Would have been a perfect player to use. But of course, we have gotten in Elijah Moriba. With the likes of Moriba, who is converting to a cam, as well as Suleimana, Konate, we've really already stacked this team up. Keben, of course, coming in, 21, 71 rated. The team is relatively thin in terms of squad depth because we've sold quite a few players. But still, I'm quite hopeful that with the additions of especially Keben and Touré on the right wing, and we've actually made it into the playoffs. 80 points, 5th position, 23 wins, 11 draws, 12 losses. Ipswich and Southampton go up to the Premier League, along with one of Leicester, Sheffield, ourselves and Coventry City. In the end, though, narrowly we have been defeated by Sheffield United, 3-2 on aggregates, and Sheffield in the end go up, defeating Leicester in the Championship playoff finals. Win the FA Cup over Manchester United. There we've been knocked out in round 3 by Leeds. And the Carabao goes to Liverpool over Spurs, whilst here we've been beaten by Preston North End in round 1, nothing to gloat about. One player is already ready for the Premier League, Karim Konate, 26 goals, 21 for Elijah Moriba, the new man, 10 for Bazumana Touré as well, with 8 assists. We are going to the next season, to season 3, with a lot of hope. Calmly and steadily, we've established ourselves as a team that can fight for Premier League promotion, and hopefully in season 3 we'll be ready. 18 million in our 3rd season. Certainly need is a better right back as well as a better left midfielder. Otherwise, Wilson, I don't know where this guy came from. I have no idea. Just like Atsi, I don't know any of these guys, but oh well. Suleimana and Adam still good in the centre defensive midfield. Konate and Moriba, the star players. We are going to go with a new left wing midfielder slash left winger coming in from the Italian league. Another player from Côte d'Ivoire, from the Ivory Coast. I think it's our 2nd player from there, if I'm not mistaken. In Chaka Traore joining us from AC Milan for 6 million. So many players, but to find the right back, which we need right now, is very, very complicated. We have Sissoko, who didn't want to join. Some of them are too lowly rated, like Gambo, Touraine as well. But El Hilali and Doué are completely out of our price range, so is Aina. And that's why we are staying with that one siding of Traore, and we've changed the formation to a 4-3-3 holding, with Suleimana Adams and Moriba in that 3 midfield, Touré, Traore and Konate in that 3 attack, and otherwise not a lot of change at all. Black and Taylor now a backup player. I've actually just realized that our front 3 are all from the Ivory Coast. Traore, Touré and Konate, all Ivory Coast players. However, even though we might not be able to bring in a new right back, we are now able to bring in a new goalkeeper with a bit of a weird animation. Our first player from Morocco coming in. From Bayer Leverkusen, it is Yassine Bounou joining us. A big experienced man. Giving us the opportunity to sell Jakob Vidal Zetterström, who wouldn't have got any game time anymore. He goes to Brentford for 10 million. That has also given us the opportunity to push on for a new right back, finally. Coming in at 18 years of age, I've shown you this guy before, by the name of Murat Sissoko from Real Betis for 10 million. Great potential player. Of course, what I am sure is that Bounou is strengthening the goalkeeping spot, even though he's 35. I wanted a player from Morocco and I've got him. I've also gotten a player from Mali in Sissoko. He's from Mali, so another new country from Africa. End of season 3, and finally we've been promoted to the Premier League in 2nd place, 90 points, We are 17 points off Brentford though, but yeah, still a very, very good season. The Championship playoff final goes to Luton Town over Middlesbrough, so they will join us in the Prem. A surprising winner in the FA Cup as Brentford defeat Arsenal. We've actually made it to round 5, which is the round of 16, before getting knocked out by the eventual winners in Brentford. Good job here. And the Carabao Cup goes to Manchester City over Liverpool. Here we've made round 3 before getting knocked out by the favourite, Liverpool. Having a look at the stats, 24 for Traore, who is 76 rated now. Great season for him. 18 goals for Karim Konate, and even 17 for Bazumana Toure. 14 and 10 for Moriba, so the stats have been really good, really nice. Another strong season has resulted in us going up to the Premier League. Finally, we can say goodbye to the Championship and hopefully never say hello again. And with promotion comes the money, 62 million in the bank for Season 4. With Adams being the oldest one, he is 31, 76 rated. We could also replace either Wilson or Langas, who are not African. All the others are actually from the African continent, so we've done already quite a good job over there. As we come into the Premier League, we go in for our first very big player from Brighton, from the Premier League itself. He's only 23, the contract was expiring. That's why we got hold of Carlos Baleba, 40 million we had to pay to Brighton. We've then sold both Paulo Azzi to Gil Vicente, and Kane Wilson leaves us to go to Como for 26 million, so a lot of money coming in again. With 39 million, we can certainly do some damage. In the process, we bring in a new left back, only 22 years of age, from Senegal. Player I've used already in one of my previous rebuilds, El Hadji Malik Diouf for 15 million from Slavia Prague. For another big chunk of money, we sold Sondre Langa to Girona for 24.5 million in order to get a fully first team of Africans. Eventually, we go and get us a new centre-back from Cape Verde, our first player from there. The 26-year-old by the name of Logan Costa coming in from Villarreal for 33 million. I think we've made the most of this transfer window, changing two of our back four in Costa and Diouf to Diouf is 22 only, but Costa is 26, 81 rated though. We have a very strong front three, Konate up to an 86, Moriba 83, Baleba 83, of course we've bought him as well. We are strong enough, in my opinion, to survive, at least survive in the Premier League. And maybe the first season in the Premier League, the end of Season 4 in total. We finish in 10th place on 53 points. We have 16 wins on the board, 5 draws, 17 losses. I think the lowest amount of draws in the division, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Burnley have 6, but we have 5 draws. Otherwise, 16 wins, 17 losses, mid-table, and that is a great first season in the Premier League. Better than Derby County the last time they were in it, as they got relegated on, I think it was 11 points, still Premier League, the lowest points total. Man City making a double, defeating Arsenal in the FA Cup final. We have lost to Arsenal in round 3. And the Carabao Cup, Leicester defeat Man City and don't let them make it a treble, domestic treble, whilst we've been defeated in round 4 by Chelsea. We've done really well, and the stats are underlining that. 21 goals and 10 assists, 31 contributions for Toure. We have 18 goals for 89 rated Konate, 80 rated Chaka Traore with 16 goals. We've adapted really well to the Premier League in the first year here, and I'm excited to see where this team can still go with the right improvements. Looking at the squad, I don't even really know what to improve. Maybe Keben, a better centre-back than him. He's 24, 78 rated, lacking behind a little bit. Sissoko is only 20, he's got still a lot of room to grow. Bunu is also declining, he's 37 now. To kick things off, I found the first free agent of this video, a 21-year-old Ghanaian centre-back. At least he's giving us a lot of squad depth, a good squad depth. It is Frank Ali, a Ghanaian, joining us from the free agency list. We've actually then gone on and sold Kevin Caban to West Ham United, to a rival of ours, a league rival. 25 million we got. We have gone and gotten ourselves a new centre-back. Once again, from the Ivory Coast. There are a lot of great centre-backs over there, to be honest. This time I've gone in for Odilon Kosunu from Bournemouth for 56 million. With the likes of Kosunu in the starting 11, he's 85 rated at the age of 27. Ali goes on to the bench, he's only 21. We've really strengthened not only the starting 11, with of course Kosunu, but Ali strengthens that bench as well. I am excited what we can do. Can we make progress towards our goal of making Derby County the best team in the world? Steady progress here at Derby County. This season on 58 points, the 8th position. Just, 6 points of 4th place. That is not too bad. Liverpool are the champions. Liverpool also win the FA Cup, so they make it a double. Whilst we've been defeated by Man United on penalties in round 4. And the Carabao Cup also goes to Liverpool, so they've made it a treble, domestic treble for them. Wow. We are swiftly moving on from this as we've lost to Mansfield Town already in round 2. Bazumana Touré is just an absolute animal, a beast. 20 goals for him, 18 for Konate, who is up to a 91, 17 for Chaka Traore. What a teamwork here up front. Backup striker Lars Jørgen Salvesen is retiring at the end of the season. We are coming towards a fully African squad almost. Another good season, not so much in the cups but in the league. 8th place. We probably won't play European football unless things have really gone our way. But still, I'm hopeful again for the future. So, at the start of Season 6, we've got 2 problems, I would call them. Slight problems. Bonu is retiring at the end of the season. That is one, and Sissoko has submitted a transfer request. I don't know why. I don't know who played over him, but oh well. To solve those issues, we've got around 45 million. And so we have signed the first player of the season, a right back replacing Sissoko. Another Moroccan, Omar El Hilali, joining us from Union Berlin for 30 million. And so we have sold Murat Sissoko to Brentford for 22 million, as we've now got El Hilali, who is also 3 higher rated. The only signing I'm still making is bringing in a new backup striker, a young one. Probably the Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang regen. As it is our first player from Gabon coming in, from Al Okdod, Lamine Sidibé, for about 7 million. Meaning that until next season we are not going in for a new goalkeeper. Bunu is making this season his own. El Hilali is of course our new starter at right back. He's an upgrade on former player Sissoko. Sidibé is the striker, backup striker, 73 rated, aged 19. And our front three is absolutely impeccable, our midfield as well. At the end of yet another season, and we finish in 2nd place. 20 wins, 8 draws, 10 losses. 2 points ahead of Manchester City, 3 ahead of Aston Villa. We are in the Champions League. Next season, Liverpool are the champions though, 12 points still ahead. The FA Cup goes to Chelsea over West Ham. Here we've been knocked out by Manchester City already in round 3. And the Carabao Cup goes to Man City over Preston of all teams. Here we've been knocked out by Leyton Orient, so no good cup runs, but I don't care really, as we've made 2nd place in the Premier League. And to be honest, the stats are not looking that great. I mean, yes, 17, 15 and 12 for our front three is good. But then the youth with 7, the youth is really a scare up front. Scary player. Even though he's a defender, he's really coming in clutch with a few goals every season. 2nd place in the Premier League, and we will play Champions League football in Season 7. We found one great free agent player at the start of season number 7. An Egyptian, and you guys know where this is going. He's only 20. It is the Mohamed Salah region, Nader Salih, even nearly the same name here, coming into Derby County. Bringing in a new goalkeeper, and it is a 34-year-old, because I couldn't find any better guy on that position. You guys know who it is, from Cameroon. It is Andre Onana joining us from Mönchengladbach for only 6 million. He's already 84 rated still. And last but not least, bringing in a new centre-back who is replacing a 29-year-old aging Logan Costa in a swap deal. Barcelona is the team he's coming from. And Logan Costa will go to Barcelona in the other way. 54 million plus Costa for Prince Mohamed. What a name. We have added Mohamed and Onana, as well as Salih as backup option. All 3 of those are 84 rated, by the way. That is not bad. Salih was absolutely for free. But yeah, we have a stacked team now. Certainly the first 11, and even on the bench you have the likes of Ali, Sali, Sidibe. Point of season 7, and we are sitting in 3rd position on 48 points, 14 points of Manchester City. We have only lost 1 game all season long. And in the Champions League, we've just about missed out on top 8 qualification, finishing in 11th place, 1 point below RB Leipzig and PSG. Meaning that we will face Sevilla in the playoff round. First leg, away from home at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. Let's see how this goes. It's a 2-1 loss. André Santos scores a double, a brace. Suleimana gave us the lead, but yeah, it's all in vain. Looking at the second leg, we have to come from behind. Can we turn things around at home at Pride Park in Derby? It's a 1-1 draw, and that is not enough. Salih with the only goal for us. And yeah, in the 88th minute, we are out 3-2, losing out to Sevilla in that playoff round. I mean, how has that happened? We are 5 points ahead of Manchester City at the end of the Premier League season. We were 14 behind, so we've made up 19 points in that second part of the season, which is absolutely crazy. Only 5 losses. I think we've not lost 1 more game, I'm not so sure, in the second part of the season. We've even won the FA Cup, defeating Brentford in the final 2-1. Wow, a second trophy of this rebuild. And even a third one, defeating Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. Crazy, crazy season. All German Champions League final over Leverkusen, while the Europa League goes to another German club in Dortmund over Milan, and the Conference League goes to Arsenal over RC Lens from France. Chaka Traore has had a wonderful season, 44 contributions for him, 28 goals for Konate, and 37 contributions even for Bazumana Toure, who is up to a 95. Absolutely crazy, with 13 goals for left-back Diouf. I would have never expected that kind of a turnaround that quickly. A treble here in the 7th season. We are going into the 8th season, one of the favourites for sure to win the Champions League. We are making a couple of signings at the start of season 8. Bringing first in a CDM from the same league, from West Ham. Senegalese player by the name of Pape Matassa joining us from the Hammers for 55 million. The next player we sign, and the last one as well for season 8, is a new fullback who can play in the first team. He's higher rated than our current right back. He can also play on the left on both fullback positions. Our first signing from Niger, it is Yacoub Sissoko for 55.5 million, coming in from Newcastle United. Just from selling one single player in Omar El Hilali, we've made 63 million. We sold him to Manchester United. And so as our final signing of this window, we are going in for a backup goalkeeper, a Moroccan, maybe the Bunu region, by the name of Anwar Alif, coming in from Nottingham Forest for 5.5 million. So this is the squad going into the 8th season. Mohamed up to an 88, Kusunu 87, Diouf 86, Sissoko the new right back at an 84. Of course, we've sold the former right back El Hilali. He's one higher rated, the Nigerian, the player from Niger, Sissoko. And we have got Toure 96, Konate 95, Traore 91. A phenomenal midfield. The goalkeeper is the only one really making me a little bit of worries. I didn't find a better African keeper. For now, Onana still. We are in a title race this season in season 8. 1 point behind Chelsea after 24 games actually, so only 14 more to go. And we have finished in first place in the Champions League phase. So we skip the playoff round and go straight to the round of 16. What work, 0 losses. It is the first leg of the round of 16. We are facing Inter away from home at Giuseppe Meazza in Italy, and it's a 2-1 win. Mohamed, the centre-back, with a brace. That is nice to see. Second leg time, and we face Inter at home. Can we get the win? Another win? No, it's a draw, but that is enough to go through to the next round. 4-3 on aggregate. We proceed. Quarter-final time. First, away from home against Bayer Leverkusen, another difficult matchup. Can we prevail here as well? It's a 2-1 win, like in the first one, in the last one against Inter. Another 2-1 away win in the first leg. At home against Leverkusen, can we go to the semi-finals? Yes, 1-1 draw. Another draw again in the second leg. And actually it came in the 89th minute due to Kosunu. What a legend, our centre-back. Things are about to get really serious. At home to Juventus in the first leg of the semi-finals. Let's see how this game goes. It's a 1-1 draw, nothing to show for, really, in the first leg. Toure gave us the lead, Kittens with the equalizer. All to play for in the second. Now, can we impress again at Juventus Stadium in the second leg? Yes, it's a 3-2 win. Mohamed with the winner. Sali came on and scored. Konate with the first goal. And as I said, our centre-back, Mohamed, with the winner. Crazy game, 4-3 on aggregate. We go to the Champions League final. Oh, and in the final it will be an all-English affair between Man City and ourselves, Derby County. At the end of the season, we win our first Premier League title, 5 points ahead of Chelsea. Only 4 losses all season long and less draws than Chelsea. We've also won the Community Shield against Man City at the beginning of the season on penalties. And even the FA Cup goes to ourselves against Man City, a good omen for the Champions League final. The Carabao Cup then goes to Arsenal over Norwich. We cannot win everything. As here we've lost in the quarterfinals to Nottingham Forest. Still a phenomenal season with this all-African side. Traore with 35 goals, 22 assists, which is crazy. 57 contributions in 65 games. 44 for Toure, who is up to a 97. 31 for Konate, 96. Diouf up to an 89 with 10 goals. Again, our 4th best scorer. Now it is time, though, to focus on the game at Old Trafford in England. It is played. That is a great thing, because Man City are, of course, Manchester United's big rivals. We are trying to save Old Trafford tonight. Here's Traore. Our front three is, of course, on absolute fire, on smoke. As here the youth goes already in the 2nd minute. And they get in trouble. The goalkeeper nearly puts it into his own net. Now he could maybe push for a counter with Suleimana on the attack. Now Toure on the left wing. Looking for an overlap, finding it in Sissoko. This is Sissoko. Good ball into Toure. Again, looking for the overlap. Finding it once more. This is Sissoko. And now this is 1-0. They've left him too much space on 2 occasions. And on the second one, we punish the citizens. Going ahead here, dominating the first phase of play, the first 20 minutes. Because of our highlight, the gegenpressing, City are left exposed here at the back. Careful, they try to respond right away with De Jong. How is that gone in? I mean, it's a great goal. But on his weak foot, that has really gone in over Onana. I think the goalkeeper could have done a little bit better, but oh well, that's what you get for putting Onana into the net. To be fair, he was probably at full stretch. I don't know, yes. Not a lot he could do about that. Great shot. Now Diouf again. He's always coming forward. Diouf again overlapping. Wow, what technique he has. And another chance. City are exposing us a little bit here. Sissoko too high up the field. And now Martinelli can run. Gets a second bite at the cherry. And Onana has to make a save. Suleimana. Nice play now. Toure played in by Konate. This is Toure. Toure to 1. What a goal. Nice play. Build-up play was brilliant on this one. And we go ahead. And it is not... I mean, it is deserved. It is absolutely deserved. At this stage. Just before halftime. I mean, great run by Toure, but also great play before. Here comes City again through Martinelli. Martinelli looking for space. Now another shot from distance. I think it was De Jong again. He trying to start off strong here. Once again, De Jong in a shooting position. It's blocked and Onana collects. Corner shortly taken by Foden into De Jong. De Jong looking for Buongiorno, the centre-back, and Onana with a big save. Now he could maybe overwhelm them on the counter-attack. Ambush them. This is Konate, 3-1. We have ambushed them in the 65th minute. We go up 3-1. An absolute delight on the counter-attack. We've had so much space on this one, and we absolutely take business in our own hands and go 3-1 up. I'm now even bringing in a player like Salih for, I think, Traore, though, for the left wing. Martinelli again, bullying Kosunu on this one. Still a chance here for Haaland, who brings Man City back into the game. We were leaking there at the back. Absolutely, that was terrible. It's Moriba. I don't know which playstyle that is. If you know, guys, maybe you can tell me. Now, Moriba, I know he can shoot. Manchester City still looking for solutions. In the 87th minute through Martinelli, who has been harnessing us all game long. Here is Haaland now on the wing. Still City playing a fast game, nearly running into each other. In our box, still a good opportunity. It's blocked at last second here. Corner kick, last action probably of the game. This is Phil Foden. Swinging one inside and it goes out just about by Haaland. And that is about to be it. Onana with the goal kick. Pushing it far away as far as he can, and that's it. We win a very entertaining Champions League final by 3-2. A very, very entertaining rebuild as well. Only using African players. And we've made it really far. Not only winning this Champions League final, but winning the Premier League, the FA Cup, as well as, of course, the Carabao Cup. And before I said we've only won the Premier League once, but we've actually won it twice, of course, because we've won it last season as well. I mean, quadruple that is with the Super Cup. Maybe a treble, I don't know, I don't care, but we've done absolutely everything. We've won absolutely everything with this team, and it's been a pleasure rebuilding those guys. But lads, if you enjoyed this rebuild, then please, by all means, consider dropping a like on the video, subscribing to the channel, and also tell me in the comments what else you'd like to see next. I have talked enough now. I'm gonna leave you alone with the celebrations as Suleimana we picked up in like the first season itself is lifting the Champions League for Derby County. It's been Rebuild Sombrero. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm out.